right, ladies and gentlemen, here at Tampa Bay Comic-Con 2021, Rob Anderson, Mike Sealie, and they are representing ContinuumComics.com. How you doing? How you guys doing? Welcome to Tampa.
Yeah, we're great. I'm returning. We've come back. This is a great show. I love it every year. I actually skipped Raleigh to be here because we're local. We're actually from Fort Myers. And,
2 hours up.
There you go.
2 hours down.
Yeah, it made more sense, right?
Yeah. I mean, you got to go home. You got to, and we haven't seen you guys for a year, so we had to come back.
We're excited to be back.
Appreciate it. So let's talk about ContinuumComics.com. Let's talk about all the books and everything that you guys got going on.
Go for it.
Well, Continuum is actually this amazing idea that we're going to allow all the different creators we know to come play with us and show off their work. We want to have pilot books so we can tell people how it's responding. We actually had Eclipse, which is now going to be made into a full issue just in 1 month. Nice. We'll be back on Kickstarter. Wolf and Fox is slated for a 2022 release, and that's going to be under our new imprint, Heroics Comics, which just successfully funded last night.
Last night.
So that's our second book. So we're given this opportunity to help other creators rise in a process that we can help them. They don't have to stay with us. They keep all their rights. We want nothing but the ability to print these stories, and the books are beautiful. The way that they're coming out is amazing. He's going to show you the exclusive cover. Look, Tampa, we came for you. This is just for you and MegaCon. There you go.
Exclusive.
Yeah, so and we're going to be dropping imprints like Playtime Comics, Written Sins Comics, and of course Comics Unleashed. So there's a lot of exciting stuff coming.
So let's talk about the people who don't know the premise for your hero and your comic book and all that.
All right, so my hero, when everybody thinks about superheroes, they're thinking about where are the superheroes usually at? New York, LA, somewhere on the main island. So my character is called his name is Eclipse, and he's considered the Hawaiian protector because he's a native of Hawaii. So if something happens in Hawaii, and even if it was Superman, as fast as Superman is, it takes him a while to get to the Hawaiian Islands. So they needed somebody to protect him, and his main focus is protecting the island.
Okay, and what's the inspiration for the story?
I've had him in my head for a long period of time, but again, trying to look at where people create, and when you think of diversity, people want to go towards just something that's black, something that's white. But I think it's so much more broader than that. And I wanted to go with a Polynesian hero to show off that heroes come in so many different flavors.
And it's funny, when I was writing it, 'cause we've teamed up through this, he handed me books about Hawaii. He's like, you have to learn this, you have to be part of this. So he's really dedicated to getting it right. Even the language, we're going to have a special editor look over the language we're using.
And I even know a girl that was born and raised in Hawaii, and I've touched bases with her on little nuances that I can draw and he can write in, that me and you would look at just the story and say, wow, great story. But the people that's actually from the island is going, he knows something. He knows something. So when you tap in like that, you connect with people in a different way.
That's excellent. So, what else is exciting going on as far as the characters? Any other story premise you want to tell other characters?
Well, Wolf and Fox is this amazing story about this divorced duo. They were married. They were superheroes. They get divorced, but they still have to protect a city. So they have to co-parent a city. And we've had such a great response for this. This is a great metaphor for parents who are trying to struggle to go through a divorce and learning that the city has to come first, i.e. the kid. And then there's Wolf right now, and looking badass and mean and dealing with this stuff. He's a character that has some Native American blood in him. And right up here you can actually see that's Fox. And no one has actually seen Fox yet. So this is like one of the first times people are seeing Fox in the limited edition run we have for you guys right now.
Which I can show that.
Yeah,
are we ready to show it?
Let's show them.
Give them some.
And then describe it for my audio people, because they're probably hearing this and they're like, okay.
So Fox is this amazing character, and the themes are, of course, the nature animals. So Fox has got the red tight outfit with a little bit of white in all the right places. She's definitely single now, as she's wearing her clothing in a way that would attract some attention for you listeners out there. And she has a tail. Now the cool thing about their tails, both of them have one, is they're multi-use tools. They can use them like as a bow and arrow. They can actually use them as a grappling item. They can do some impressive stuff, and they even can use the string in itself that shoots out to actually bring things back, kind of like Scorpion.
Interesting, very interesting. What's the inspiration for? I know you. What was the main inspiration for these characters?
Going through divorce myself, and I wanted to write things that when my son grows up and he's an adult, he goes back and reads this and he realizes that the whole time I was going through the divorce, he was always my priority. So I wrote things that expressed the most important thing was always him being okay. And that's the point of the story, showing that I worked really hard with his mom to make it so he was the safe city.
That's excellent. That's excellent. So anybody wants to get into, they can't see you at any of the cons. How can they get into the books? How can they get a copy?
Continuumcomics.com is the place to find out everything about us, including our imprints. That'll be our main landing site. So subscribe today for more information.
All right, guys. Continuum Comics. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Appreciate the
Thank
time.
you, guys. And we'll be back with more here for Tampa Bay Comic Con 2021 Geek Culture Congress. We'll be back.